Hello, it's Glenn Tobias from Ravensworth Custom Home Improvements. You are about to feast your eyes on one of our latest projects that's pretty much wrapped up at this point. So I'll embed some pictures here in the video of what this all looked like beforehand, and you'll be able to see the pretty dramatic change that we effected in this backyard here. Gave the client quite a bit more use of space and made it much more beautiful. So here's a retaining wall we built. We tore down one that was really dilapidated, wasn't properly built, had no drainage behind it, and added these wide steps in the middle. There was really no access to the part of the yard where I'm standing, from which I'm filming right now. I want you to have a look right here. See that little square? That's an indication of a tieback. Whenever you look at a wood retaining wall, look for those. If you're interviewing a contractor and you see a wall they've built, make sure you see those squares, because what you're seeing is the end of a timber. And I'm going to use my hand to demonstrate this. Let's see, where's my hand? There it is. So there's the timber. So you're looking at the end of one of these 6x6 timbers. And that timber runs back up into the yard, and there's a T fastened to it. So you see one there, and then you'll see one a row down and right there, and then one over there. It's not required. They're not required on the very bottom row, and they're not required on the top row, or course. It's called the top course or the bottom course. So that's the retaining wall, but this whole area here was just packed with overgrown bushes and so forth. Our friend Tony Flay, a former Rugby World Cup guy who's now a tree surgeon, came out and limbed up that tree over there, cleaned it up for them, and then removed a whole bunch of greenery here. So Tony got that area cleaned up for us, and then we came in and did this part. And if you need a good tree guy, Tony Flay, F-L-A-Y, is one hilarious dude, but a really serious good tree surgeon. Okay, so moving along here, we built this bed area. The homeowner is going to buy his own storage shed and build it out here. So we laid out a nice little area with some compacted stone and stone dust here. So he's got a good solid bed that will drain water out from under it. Now I wanted to jump over here and show you this pebble pathway that we put in for them. But you'll notice, look at my foot. I'm not kicking any pebbles loose. So, you know, a leaf blower, rake, shovel, doesn't matter. This is like a sidewalk. Because it's got an epoxy that we've poured over these pebbles. But under these pebbles, we have put a 4-inch perforated pipe and about a half a ton of blue gravel. So this is an actual drainage facility, and I want you to notice the water here. So you don't see water. Water isn't building up and running off of this. Look at it up close. Water's going right through this stone. Here, I'll spray water there. Now I'll move it. Now watch. There's nothing there. It's just like it's dry again. Here it is again. Water. Spraying water over it. And so look at that. Just the water runs straight through. It's just the minute I take the hose away, the water's gone. I hope you can see that in the video. There's not a... I mean, it's hardly even damp. So that's a pretty neat feature. The hose that runs through that runs under the patio and back out into the property there with a pop-up emitter, and that allows it just to run out and then basically waters the lawn out here. Keeps this moist, and we have this graded so the water runs off primarily down to that direction, heading down for that municipal drain at the end of the property. But again, there's a massive amount of drainage capability behind that wall, so whatever goes this way can get out. We built these steps, you might recall, and there was no door or light there before, so we provided this beautiful door, entry door, and a storm door. So this is true wrought iron railing here. This is called a lamb's tongue finish. And so we built these steps, parged it over so that it, if you'll notice, it now looks very intentional. It doesn't look like an add-on. We made it so it blends with the original foundation wall. So that's brick with a parging over it and painted to match that wall, and then we finished it with travertine on top and the wrought iron railing. This capability, having this feature of this access to the back of the property and this patio and the upgraded retaining wall and just all the usability, it's very possible, because this home is in Arlington, they may get 100% of their money back. I don't think they have any plans to move, but the value of this house, they probably have not spent anything. They've simply transferred their net wealth from a bank account into the account of their house's worth. And we were able to enable them to pay for about half of this a year from now. So no payments and no interest on half of this project. So they've paid for half of it now. They get to enjoy it for a year before they'll need to pay for the other half. And that's really a pretty awesome deal. So there it is, Arlington, Virginia. Beautiful retaining wall, functional as well as beautiful. Very nice pad for a future storage shed the homeowner will install himself. And then their lovely home featuring a new back door. That's access basically from the kitchen area, kitchen and a dining room area. And then the ever gorgeous travertine patio. And I just love this stone. I just think it's so beautiful. There are people that make fun of me because I just can't stop talking about how beautiful it is, but I really think it is lovely. So this is something very different. This is a dry laid application. So in other words, this is not sitting in concrete, and that actually makes it far more durable, because once the ground shifts, and concrete is going to crack. Once it's cracked, it's cracked. You can do repairs structurally, but you can never get it to look the same. The beauty of this is if we have a hard winter this year, for example, and you get the ground heaves a little bit, the patio basically will ride with it, and when the ground settles back down in the spring, patio will just follow it right back down again. So it's really the best way to go. Dry laid applications are what the Aberdeen Proving Grounds finally went to when they couldn't get their tanks to stop eating up pavement. So they went to dry laid pavers, and it just lasts and lasts and lasts, even with the tank treads running over it. All right, there we have it. Oh, final feature I'll show you is up here in the driveway. You might be able to see we took out sod on both sides of the concrete driveway and put in river jack or river rock. People call it different things. So it's a very attractive finish for the sides of the driveway, but as importantly, it now will manage stormwater. So stormwater will follow that stone down, come around the corner behind the trash dumpsters, dumps right into this capability here. And this pebble pathway can handle literally, I'm not exaggerating, multiple thousands of gallons per hour. Many thousands of gallons per hour can go through that. As you saw a moment ago with the hose running on it, the water's gone in an instant. So very happy with it. Client is very happy. Project was done in budget, on time, with very few snafus. One last feature, we have a polycarbonate window well cover coming for that. It'll be able to handle 400 pounds if somebody were to stand on it or fall on it. So window well covers coming for that one window well. And then we all done. All right, hey, thanks for watching. This is Glenn Tobias from Ravensworth Custom Home Improvements. If you need us, our number is 612-888-7244, 612-888-7244, or you can email me, Glenn, with 2 N's, Glenn, Glenn at ravensworthcustom.com, and run by and see our website. You'll see some other examples of projects. If you're looking for custom work from a small to mid-sized company in Northern Virginia, then we are your folks. Class A general contractors, handling just about anything inside or outside. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.